A thunderstorm began early in the morning, and even as the rain was furiously pouring out of the sky, they knew they couldn't stay where they were camped. The hill was too exposed, and the open land around them offered no immediate shelter from the storm. They were in an area with rolling, exposed hills, but the lowland between still held a very few trees. Since they decided to head in a southwest direction to get back on course, they had to cross the creek, and it looked as if there were more trees on the other side, and more of a chance to find some kind of shelter. Maren led them, carefully guiding Honey across the stony creek bed. The now swift flow of the water had him feeling nervous, but Honey remained calm in his hands and responded to his guidance, as Shad gave her the occasional slap on her rump to get her moving again when she did balk. Tor was staying beside Shad, carrying both his and her backpacks. He didn't want her unnecessarily burdened in such swift-moving water. He recalled the stream had been slow and lazy only yesterday afternoon. "We're almost halfway across," Sabin told Ardis in reassurance, as she kept an eye upstream. She stubbornly refused to let him carry her pack. She wanted his strength available in case of need. She could always ditch her pack if needed. "I'd feel better about this if I could swim," she returned, trying to smile for him, afraid it was coming out more as a grimace. She was wet and cold, and her face muscles didn't feel right. "You're doing fine," he answered her, as he wrapped an arm around her shoulders, giving her a quick hug. This seemed to make her feel better, as her smile relaxed into something more genuine. "Keep moving," Garth ordered. He and Rise were bringing up the rear. She had stopped a moment to pull up some water plants to put in her gather bag. "These are excellent in soups and stews," she informed him, as he rolled his eyes skyward and shook his head. "You could wait until either the rain has stopped or the stream's waters have subsided," he scolded, feeling uncomfortable with the rushing water around them. She stood back up and returned to his side. "Opportunity," she told him. "We're heading away from this stream, and who knows if the next one we come upon will have them or not." He agreed, as they resumed their journey across. Maren, Honey, and Shad had finally reached the far bank and were helping Tor to scramble up. They looked relieved to have made it across. Ardis and Sabin were almost there too. Suddenly, a loud rumble sounded, and as Rise froze trying to identify it, Garth quickly grabbed her hand, rushing her back the way they just came, since it was a closer bank. "We're going the wrong—" she started as a wall of water came down the course from upstream, and they were immediately awash in the wild torrent. Garth desperately hung on to her, as they were thrown downstream with the rush of water. Rise was dashed into a low-lying tree limb, but managed to grab hold of it, and hung on for dear life, digging her claws deep through the bark and into the wood itself. Garth wrapped his arms around her, helping to anchor them with his claws too, as the water rushed over both of them, threatening to drown them.